Well, I think the main economic impact of tariffs is sort of indirect. It's the general impact on the economy, the impact on tenants, and that could definitely filter into the landscape for REITs. I think also the way these are kind of being rolled out in fits and starts just creates a lot of uncertainty.
Joining me today is Ray Beeman, Principal and Leader of Washington Council EY. Ray, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
I'd like to start. What are the opportunities and risks to REITs from the ongoing legislative effort to extend the TCJA?
Well, Matt, every tax bill seems to bring unique opportunities and risks for REITs. This one is no different. I think in this particular case, since the bare minimum here is extending the existing provisions, it's probably honestly more risk than opportunity for this round. I definitely think the big risk right now that I know Nareit's working really hard on and a lot of the members are working hard on is the potential for limiting or eliminating even the deduction for property taxes as part of the whole debate about what to do with the state and local tax deduction. And so I think that would be a very big negative if it were to come out of this bill. But I think that there's very good arguments being made on Capitol Hill right now against that. So I think there may be some momentum to stave that off. And then obviously, as part of the overall expiring provisions, we have the deduction for REIT shareholders as part of the pass-through deduction that is due to expire. So hopefully they can make that, extend that. And obviously the opportunity for that would be to make it even permanent, which would be very good for us.
And turning to the Trump administration, what are your early impressions of the new tax policy team at the Treasury Department?
So early impressions at Treasury, it's a real interesting contrast between who's coming into this administration, who came into the Biden administration. Biden administration was largely populated with folks from academia, maybe not as familiar with the workings of Washington and in particular Congress, and we kind of saw how that played out in a number of ways. I think this team that's coming in, starting with this nominee for Assistant Secretary for Tax Policy, decades of experience in Washington, and in particular working with Congress. So I think this team will be very attuned to the sort of sensitivities and needs of Congress, having both worked up there in the past and in all their years in doing the tax policy stuff.
And how do you expect tariffs to impact the economic landscape for REITs?
Well, I think the main economic impact of tariffs is sort of indirect. It's the general impact on the economy, the impact on tenants, and that could definitely filter into the landscape for REITs. I think also the way these are kind of being rolled out in fits and starts just creates a lot of uncertainty. There's an argument to be made for just doing the tariffs and keeping them, and we can all adjust to that. But when from day to day you don't know if they're coming in, if there's exceptions, it just creates a lot of general uncertainty. And I think in the REIT sector, we'll be feeling that over the course of this year and probably beyond.